Have you ever walked into a room and felt an immediate shift in energy, like a subtle drop in temperature or a strange stillness in the air? People glance at you, then look away. Conversations stop mid-sentence. Laughter fades. You didn't say a word, but somehow your presence changed everything. You may think it's in your head. It's not. Your unseen, energetic signature might be intimidating people around you, and you don't even realize it. Carl Jung, the father of analytical psychology, believed we are more than our conscious self. He spoke of the shadow, the parts of us we bury deep, and the persona, the mask we show the world. But sometimes what escapes us isn't our words, it's our energy. And Jung understood better than anyone. Energy doesn't lie. In today's video, we're going to explore 7 psychological signs your aura scares people without you saying a word. And stick around, because sign number 6, it's something you've probably done today without realizing the powerful impact it has on others. Let's dive in. Sign #1, you're unapologetically authentic in a world drowning in filters and facades. Authenticity can be terrifying. When you're real, raw, honest, unpolished, you unconsciously challenge others to confront their own mask. Carl Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. But here's the twist. Not everyone wants to see someone living that truth. Why? Because your authenticity reminds them of the parts of themselves they've abandoned, so they retreat. They misinterpret your confidence as arrogance. They may label you as too intense or too much. But deep down, they're not afraid of you. They're afraid of what you reflect. Sign #2. You read people too well. Have you ever locked eyes with someone and just known what they were thinking? When you're emotionally intelligent and deeply intuitive, your ability to see through people can unsettle them. Carl Jung emphasized the power of intuition, the ability to perceive beyond logic. Your gaze isn't just visual, it feels like X-ray vision. You don't mean to do it, but people feel seen. And not everyone is ready for that level of vulnerability. Your presence becomes like a mirror, and for some, that reflection is uncomfortable. So they keep their distance, not because you're wrong, but because you're right. Sign #3. Silence is your power in a world that worships noise. Your silence speaks volumes. Jung believed that silence connects us to the unconscious. It's where the soul speaks. But to others, your quietness can feel like judgment. It creates space, and in that space they start projecting. What is he thinking? Is she judging me? Why won't they talk? But the truth is, your silence isn't an attack. It's a sanctuary. It's where you recharge, observe, and understand. But to someone insecure, your silence can feel like a storm. Your aura exudes calm control, and that makes people with chaotic minds nervous. Sign #4. You carry the weight of your shadows. Jung's most famous concept. The shadow represents the hidden, repressed parts of ourselves. But here's the thing. When you've done the shadow work, when you've faced your demons and learned to sit with your darkness, you emit a kind of spiritual gravity. People sense it. You've been through pain, transformation, maybe even trauma, and you've come out wiser, not bitter. But that unspoken depth, it radiates. It makes shallow conversations feel meaningless. It makes surface-level friendships difficult. And it scares people who haven't done their own inner work. Your scars are silent teachers, but not everyone is ready for that lesson. Sign #5. You don't conform to social scripts. Carl Jung once wrote, the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. You, however, already have. You're not afraid to take the road less traveled. You don't chase trends. You don't laugh at jokes. You don't find funny. You don't engage in mindless small talk. You are entirely and unapologetically you, but here's the uncomfortable truth. Society rewards conformity, and when you refuse to play the game, people see it as rebellion. You become an unpredictability that's threatening to those who rely on control. Your presence breaks their social rhythm. You're not dangerous, but you make others feel exposed in their own artificiality. Sign #6. You make people question themselves. This might be the most haunting one. Your thoughts, your questions, your mere existence make people rethink everything they thought they knew. When you talk about ideas, depth, patterns, emotions, the subconscious, you ask, but why do you believe that? You challenge assumptions not to argue, but to understand. And people aren't used to that. They're used to comfort, not curiosity. To routine, not reflection. Jung believed that confronting our unconscious beliefs is the key to true transformation, but for many, it's terrifying. So they avoid you. not because they don't like you, but because your aura pulls them toward questions they're not ready to answer. Sign #7. You radiate presence. True presence is rare. It means being fully here, grounded, connected, alive. Jung described individuation as the process of becoming whole. When you've done this inner work, people can feel it. You don't need to talk. You just are. Your presence lingers in a room. Your energy shifts the dynamic. You don't crave attention, but attention naturally comes, and that scares people who rely on external validation. Your mere presence exposes the emptiness of theirs. You embody what Jung called the self, a union of conscious and unconscious, light and dark. And for those still fragmented, still searching, that's overwhelming. So what does this all mean? If you've seen yourself in any of these signs, no, you're not broken. No, you're not cold. You're not unapproachable. You're powerful. You've done the inner work, even if you didn't have the words for it. You've walked through your own shadows, confronted uncomfortable truths, and chosen depth over disguise. That's rare. That's magnetic. But here's the cost. The deeper you go into yourself, the more you'll scare those who refuse to go within. But don't dim your light just because it blinds those still hiding in the dark. Carl Jung said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." You, my friend, are awake. You walk through life not as a spectator, but as someone fully alive, fully conscious. And yes, that scares people, but it also inspires them. Now I want to ask you something powerful. Which of these 7 signs resonated most with you? Comment below with "I see the shadow" if you've ever felt this invisible power in your life. And if this video woke something up inside you, don't just scroll away. Like this video so it reaches more people like you. Share it with someone who's always felt misunderstood. And if you're ready to dive deeper into the psychology of your soul, subscribe and join this journey with us. Remember, you're not intimidating. You're just real in a world that fears what's real, and that is your power.